Hey Taurus, how are you? My name's Danielle. Welcome to Moonlight Intuition. This is going to be a general reading for you. And if there are messages that resonate with you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I do post free weekly readings for all 12 zodiac signs. Ooh. So just subscribe, be part of the fam, be part of the fam. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all the info for that is in the description box below. And this is a great reading for you so far. Happy Aries season. Happy new energetic year. Okay. Love this for you. First, we have the 10 of Cups reversed. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles. And then we have the Hanged Man. I feel like you've gotten this a few times, perhaps. Now, it's interesting you got two 10s. You got a Cups in reversed. And you got a Pentacles upright. And these are both 10s. And these kind of, signify like a culmination, the end of a cycle. So there's something here about your emotional world and your material world, perhaps being still a little bit at odds, which is totally okay. I do think this new season that we're in, or I think it's already kind of begun for you, but it's like going to spark, I think, more of like an inner journey. And I think you've been on this inner journey for a bit. Because I think it's like, there's something here. It's like the path that you've been on. It's almost been like, I think it's coming into your awareness. Kind of this dissatisfaction that you often have. It's almost like no matter like how much stuff or how much things, there's always kind of this like, because this card ultimately, it being reversed, I mean, this is such a beautiful card. The Cups is the element of water as well. So for some of you, you might be specifically something about a water sign. I mean, this is specifically Pisces energy, actually. I mean, yeah, then you really have double Pisces energy here. So yeah, the 10s, it really is Pisces energy. It could just signify kind of what you just went through as well during Pisces season, which was quite introspective and all about just surrender and letting go. But this really, in its kind of higher polarity, is about really just like choosing happiness, right? That it's like the world outside, it's almost like, it's like your world is so big if you keep it small. I don't know. It's like, let's say this is family. Let's just use a family. It's almost like, okay, within your family unit, that can be really like a whole world of happiness, right? And then it's like, even in the outside world, it's like, yeah, there's so much more, but it really has to like start from where you're at, right? Just where you're at. And I mean, especially now, it's like the world is so crazy and scary and horrible. There's so many things happening. That it's like, I think it's like that's maybe kind of what's igniting maybe your inward path that you haven't always been on. I think it's like you are on an inward introspective journey. Some of you might be doing some soul searching to be trying to figure out like where this dissatisfaction comes from, but this card is also like, yeah, I mean, this is Virgo energy too. Okay, this is really interesting, actually, because, okay, there's something here, because the 10 of Pentacles, again, is culmination, right? It's like, but then look, there's everything. It's like the fucking family, the money, the dogs, the whatever. But here on this card, the Hermit appears, which is Virgo's card, okay? And Virgo, the Hermit, is all about introspection. So I think there's like something here about the more time you... And I think you're like aware. I think a lot of you are just aware of this already. You're like, yeah. That it's like the more time you spend to like turn this emotional world from the like lower polarity to the highest polarity, which is like, I am so abundant and happy and passionate and joyful and grateful with what I have. It's almost like then the things, the like material things will just come. Right? So yeah, there's something interesting with that. Yeah, the Hermit being on this card. And it's almost like, I don't know, for some of you, this will resonate. For some of you, it won't. This is a general reading, but there's something even too, maybe about like star-crossed lovers, like something that didn't pan out yet, that might just pan out later. That it's like something with the inner world still needs to be, you know, the cache needs to be cleared still, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, there's even children. There's children in here. There's just something about wanting things in the material world that maybe some of you were even like disappointed that it didn't come through. And I think there's like, for some of you, that it's like, it's actually going to come, but not in the timeline that you wanted. And it might not be even in the way that you wanted or that you thought would be right. So let's say for you, some of you, if it's like a lover, that it could, for some of you, sometimes it does mean like the same person might come when the time is right, or it might like materialize when the time is right. But for some of you, it might be like, oh my God, there's someone else that was even way better, and it'll make sense later, right? The more you kind of focus on your inner well and coming back into alignment, that it's like, it'll all make sense. And I think you'll find yourself maybe even in your season, which is soon. I mean, your season is like kind of the best, other than Cancer season, but it's like, you're the season where spring is really happening. You're like, you are spring. It's like spring is amazing. Like right now we're in Aries season, it's spring, but it's like still like winter out. So like when your season comes, there might be some things for some of you that actually materialize, you know? And it's just kind of about sometimes, like, honestly, I know this sounds basic, but again, this is Pisces energy. So you have two Pisces cards here. So for some of you might have been specifically dealing with a Pisces, maybe a loss or like whatever, or maybe some of you are of a Pisces that's close to your life now. So again, it's a general reading, so take what resonates. But yeah, for some of you, you may have lost a Pisces. And it's like, I think you find yourself maybe with a new level of awareness that it's almost like, okay, I can see how I tried to control said situation or person and how it just didn't work. And it just kind of made it worse. And it made me feel worse, and it made everything worse. And I still didn't get the result I wanted. That it's like, almost like, I think you're kind of maybe stepping into a new level of awareness. And if not, I'm just saying this because this is what's coming, but it's almost like sometimes you just got to see how things play out. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like just, okay. I love the saying, like, I'm kind of paraphrasing, I might butcher, but it's like, let the chips fall where they may. Right? And I feel like the more, in a weird way, Taurus, the more it's because I know you're an earth sign and you like to see things, you like the physical evidence. But it's like, and I think some of you are starting to understand this, that it's like things are changing, even if you're not seeing physical evidence of it. And in fact, everything must change internally first. Because if not, if no internal changes happen, you could have the lover, you could have the house, you could have the new job, you could have 10 dogs, you could have $1 million, and still that same root rot is gonna like plague you, right? So there's something, but coming back into alignment to yourself. And anytime you find yourself trying to control, fix anything that's out there, it's like, I'm out of alignment. I have to take care of myself. And whatever that may mean for you, a meditation practice, walking in nature, calling a friend who makes you laugh, watching some kind of YouTube video, maybe even this, that gives you a different perspective on things, right? To come back into alignment, because it's almost like the things that you want out there, the universe knows you're not ready yet, right? So even me, I forget if I shouldn't, I must have not said that. But anyway, I'll just say, like, I've been looking for an apartment-ish, kind of, anyway, for the last 2 years. And the first year I was kind of like, whatever, like cruising. I was like nomadic, having a great time. Then the second year I was like, okay, I need the stability. You would understand as a Taurus. And I think like 7 opportunities that almost turned into long-term living situations fell through. And at first I was like really disappointed. And even the last one that fell through, it was so last minute. I almost laughed. I was like, I was supposed to like move into this place in like 5 days, and it fell through. And it's all good. It's like, I know this person well, and it's okay. Like, we had a chat, whatever. But I was almost like resigned to the fact that was almost like, okay, maybe maybe it's like I'm can't even control this. I don't know. It was very weird. And then kind of then all to say, basically the dream apartment, the dream scenario fell into my lap and I'm moving April 1st. And it's like $800 cheaper than in any apartment here in the city. It has so much outdoor space. It ticks all the boxes for me. I have 2 outdoor spaces. I have like a washer, dryer, dishwasher, a bathtub. I'm a 5-minute walk to the lake. It's like, so just know, it's like, again, it's like, and I was trying to control so many situations. I was trying to force myself into these situations. And also, I'm like, I can afford an apartment for like $2,500 a month. So it's like to be real with yourself too, that it's like, okay, what is it? Is it like the things that you want? Is it coming from a true desire and peace and calm? Or is it coming from like a place of panic, right? And so if you're in a place of panic, it's like, okay, it's not even meant for you. And even if it was, you're not ready because you're not in a state to receive this amazing gifts that we want to give you, right? So, I mean, this might seem like a basic reading, but I think it's like actually powerful. But yeah, Taurus, it's like, in a way, it's like, let the chips fall where they may. Take care of yourself. We have an eclipse coming up in Libra in like 4 days, March 25th, which is really going to illuminate how we've shown up in relationships. And how we can now show up in relationships or anything that involves like an other, like whether it's, you know, a duality, whether it's like a job or whatever, how we can show up in a way that is, you know, true to us instead of being like, okay, well, I need to shift myself to be this way around this person. Oh, I need to be shift my way to be in this, and to maybe be like, fuck that. I don't even like this career. I don't even like you. Or whatever. Not that it's gonna be like negative like that, but it's to start being like, when you start stepping into true alignment with yourself, it becomes clearer the things that you truly want, and truly the things that are meant for you will just fall into your lap. Kind of like my apartment, right? That was like, this situation is 10 million times better than anything I could have imagined. And I'm grateful now that those things were taken away. Taurus, I love you. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, send this to another Taurus who may benefit. And I wish you a happy Aries season. Eclipse season, here we go. I think you're on a powerful path. You're on an inward journey that you have never quite been on before. And I'm very excited for you. You're friggin' sexy, Taurus. Bye.